A lot of people have been asking me recently why I stopped playing as much League and why I've been resorting to gambling recently. And it's a very clear and very obvious answer, and if you don't know already, I'm gonna tell you right now. Now, we've talked about a lot of roles in League. We've talked about support being OP, we've talked about jungle being OP, ADC being OP, never talked about top lane because no one cares about that role, but it's finally time to talk about my role, mid lane. So in case you don't know, mid lane is by far the most popular role in League of Legends, and it's been that way for years. I'm not surprised. Mid lane kind of just plays everything, from the bruisers top lane, to like the Wukongs, to the Camille's that can play mid lane, to the junglers that can play mid lane. Now you got Lee Sin and stuff. You could just do anything mid lane. And now not only that, it's literally the center point of the entire map. Mid lane kind of just impacts everything, because it gives you the easiest roam to top, gives you the easiest roam to bot, gives you the easiest playmaking with your jungler. That's the reason mid lane's the most important, and that's kind of one of the reasons it's really sad to see mid lane in the state that it is in. I think this is probably one of the worst states mid lane's ever been at. It genuinely feels like you don't really dictate the game. Now, that's unfair to say because no one role should dictate the game, but let's be honest, mid lane historically has been able to dictate a large part of the game with jungle. But this season, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like as a mid laner, you're just shoving wave after wave, either waiting to be ganked or waiting for a gank, and nothing really happens. Even when you get a kill, it doesn't feel like you can do much with it. It feels like support and jungle have to come and roam into your lane, whether it's your teammate or the enemy teammate, for something to actually happen. You end up shoving your wave and moving out of your lane to go roam. Hey, you might get caught up by the jungle and support roaming at you. It genuinely feels like mid lane is probably the weakest position it's been in a while. Doesn't feel like you get a much larger XP margin or XP lead on anyone by power farming. You have to consistently steal Raptor camps if you want to get ahead, which feels really bad for your jungler. And then you end up in the position where you have to side lane because bot lane tower died and your bot lane wants to go get mid lane tower. Then you just go in side lane. You end up getting caught 1v2. Genuinely feels terrible to play mid lane. It doesn't feel that good. And not even just mid lane. Hey, I'm gonna bring this up now. Yasuo, this is probably the worst position he's been in. Now, I'm not here to complain about Yasuo. They didn't even tell me to say this. I'm saying it right now, though. Yasuo is in the worst spot he's been in since I started playing him 6 years ago. It's completely fine because Yasuo's been broken or good for so long that I genuinely can't complain. But I definitely think I should bring it up because mid lane being bad, Yasuo being bad, gambling is good. No, don't take it out of context. Gambling sucks. Put that in the video. I would love to see Riot buff mid lane in certain ways. Maybe one of the things they could do is honestly give it a little bit more XP. You are the center point of the map. You do get ganked the most, whether it's from jungle, top, support, ADC, roaming into your lane. Maybe a little more XP would be nice. Either that or honestly just nerfing the other roles to where they can't leave their lane as much. Honestly, if support got nerfed a little bit and punished a little bit for leaving lane, that'd be super nice for mid laners to not deal with, because historically we've already had to deal with junglers consistently ganking us. Now having junglers and supports, honestly, it's a little too much for me. Well, those are my thoughts on mid lane. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments on if you think the role is good or bad, because honestly, you might have a better idea than me, because hey, I've been gambling for the past few weeks. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Run It Down. Honestly, I had a blast talking about all these awesome topics. Please, if you have anything you want me to discuss next week, please let me know in the comments. Also, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed and you want to see more of this. Please let us know in the comments. We love all the feedback. And take care. Enjoy the rest of your weeks.